understand when you're doing the color, the sneaky retwist, you're thinking about genetics. A lot of times you don't see it in the beginning of your lock journey. Hey good people, it's Sheena and I'm back with another video. I just wanted to hop on real quick and just go over a few things that I feel like cause some thinning of my hair, thinning of my locks. So the first thing I want to get out there is genetics. Yes, genetics. Look at your parents' hair. My dad and my mom both have naturally fine, thin hair. Now, my dad is naturally that way. My mom, thin, but some of that is from hairstyles in the past. When she was in her 30s, 40s, getting tracks was a big deal. I was doing tracks in the 6th, 7th grade. I was laying glue down, putting the track up there, covering it up, and it's fine while it's in there, but when it is time to take it out, baby. And I say that, and I use that same glue for my lashes. Yeah, so back in that era, that was what you did when you wanted to add weave. So naturally, the hair will be thinning at the root. So with my mom and my dad both having thin hair, of course when I come out, I have fine thin hair. When women have kids, they look at that baby and are trying to see, she got the mama hair or she got the daddy hair. So genetics plays an important role. Something that I never paid any mind because I never really saw any true damage was coloring my locks. Yes, and I know we love a good hair color on these locks, and color on locks looks really good. I saw a girl today on Instagram, her locks were pink and she looked amazing. However, she's still early on in her lock journey and she has a completely different hair texture than me. You ever see people and it's like they can put weave in, take weave out, put braids in, take braids out, color their hair, not color hair. It's like it does absolutely nothing to their hair for over the years. To me, that is truly good hair. Not the curl pattern or how wavy it is, how it holds up to things that will naturally damage hair. So if you do have that thick hair that can hold up to anything, this video may not necessarily be for you. But if you have that type of hair, if you look at it wrong, lay on it wrong, it's mad at you, it's shedding and all that kind of stuff, this video is for you, okay? Like I said, I colored my hair for a solid 10 years, same color. I was so, and I'm gonna insert some pictures of when my hair was a lighter color, but I was so sold on this hair color that I would buy boxes at a time just to make sure the store never ran out. I was never in a situation where I did not have enough. So I wanted to make sure I was never without. And I colored my hair every 6 to 8 weeks. There were probably a handful of times when my hair, the roots grew out. Other than that, your girl was on it. It probably wasn't great for me to dye my hair as frequently as I did and as long as I did, especially with my hair type. And until, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I started dyeing my hair black. And even though I went to a darker color, I wanted my hair to be blackety black. Blackest of the black. It don't get no blacker. So I think that still caused some damage to my roots. I noticed that my roots were growing differently. They were brittle, very dry. And of course I was doing my part to help moisturize it. However, you can't be naive to think that dyeing your hair for 17, 18 years, 6 to 8 weeks at a time is not going to change the health of your hair, but also the texture of your hair. I definitely noticed that my hair texture changed over the years. But with my thinking, since I was going from light to dark, I felt like it would not be as harmful, but it was still damaging to my hair. So I am trying not to dye my hair, even though I'm just dyeing it black. I am trying not to dye my hair. And it's gonna be rough for me because, you know, within the last, 2 years, I've probably had gray hair to come in. So I have got to get used to the lining of gray that will start to frame my face. We'll see how I hold out. Another thing I want to speak on, which is more like a bonus, but sneaky retwists. Yes, I'm talking to you and you probably don't even know it, but doing sneaky retwists can definitely cause your hair to become thinner and not as thick as they possibly could be. So what are sneaky retwists? Sneaky retwists are when you have gone and gotten a retwist. It's not time to get another retwist, but you have somewhere you got to be. You got to show up somewhere, but you want your roots to look fresh to death. So what do? You go and retwist the perimeter because you're gonna have your hair up. So can't nobody see the middle, or let's just say you're gonna have your hair down. So you go and retwist the edges and then you throw a few down the middle, boom, she ready to go. But you're not retwisting the majority of your hair. So it gives you the illusion that your hair is neat throughout. You know, back when you used to get box braids as a loose natural and they will start around the edges first, put your hair in a ponytail if they need to finish tomorrow. Yeah, that kind of sneaky retwist. Doing a sneaky retwist can be just as bad as a retwist. Why? Because the area you are retwisting will be the area that thins out quickly. How do I know this? Because I used to do sneaky retwists all the time. My locks were so mature, I felt no need to retwist. My hair wasn't going to unlock. I didn't have to retwist my hair, but sometimes I wanted it neat. And now I'm the complete opposite. Now when I have my hair up in a ponytail, I want some thick roots. I don't really care to see the parts. But you have to understand when you're doing the coloring, when you're doing the sneaky retwist, even when you're thinking about genetics, a lot of times you don't see it in the beginning of your lock journey. I think it's important to share some of these things with people that may be just starting their lock journey, because when you are dyeing your hair, when you are doing sneaky retwists, when you put genetics in there, these things don't show up at the beginning stages. They don't show up in year 5, 6. A lot of time it's way down the line, and some people may be like, I may not even have my locks at that point. I didn't even see it in the middle of my lock journey. So these are some things just to keep in mind as you go on your way. Do with it what you will, but I just wanted to come on, let you guys know what's on my mind and something that I think may be beneficial to someone out there. So as always, take care, and I'll see you on another video.